What's up, Libras? This is your monthly overview reading for the month of March 2023. I'm going to be explaining what to look out for, talk about which two houses these planets will be highlighted over this next coming month, talk about the new and full moon of the month, and talk about these three huge major shifts that are starting this month. So stick around. This is your video if you are a Libra Sun, a Libra Rising, or if you fall for any other Libra placements. But it'll make more sense if you are a Libra Rising. So what is going on in the month of March for you Libras? Well, the sun will continue to travel through your sixth whole sign house of Pisces for most of the month before shifting into the seventh whole sign house of Aries, which I will talk a little bit more later in the video. But having this trend, of the sixth house of like these planets going through your sixth house is just going to focus on, your physical health, your work, routines. Let's see, what else? Hygiene, taking care of any visible problems, maybe dealing with coworkers. That's just gonna continue on. And Mercury entering your sixth whole sign house at the beginning of the month, this is gonna shift your mindset into focusing on these themes. What is Mercury? Mercury is about, communication, the way we process information, the way we share ideas. Mercury is entering the sign of its fall of Pisces. So this could feel a little challenging at times in the way you're communicating to others. You might have to adjust a certain way. Mercury, is about, the details. It's about, the pinpoint accurate things or whatever. But it's entering the sign that's ruled by Jupiter. And, this is about, spirituality. This is about faith. This is about the bigger picture. And having Mercury here will have you communicating in a more idealistic kind of way, or creative or artistic kind of way. Something like that. You're going to be focused on this over the next few weeks. And let's see, what else can I say? I mean, if you're dealing with if you want to learn about healing mechanisms or physical healing and all this stuff, maybe you can get into medicine or learn more about supplements of how to heal. Maybe because it's kind of bringing the mental side into your external, external world, but putting the mental side, focusing on your physical body, physical health, and kind of finding ways to heal your mind and body, kind of, so to say. Let's see what else I can say. I think that's about it. Let me just check this. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be focusing on health matters, or maybe creating a to-do list, maybe for your routines that you continuously do on a daily basis. Maybe you'll start doing okay, this is what I got to do, to-do list and all that stuff. Take care of. Okay, let's move on. So the next thing happening is this full moon happening in your 12th house of Virgo. And this is a full moon. This is culminating. This is completing. This is things coming to fruition. This, the moon, when the moon's in Virgo, is mainly about kind of focusing on the details of how you feel, being maybe a little critical at times. Let's see. Maybe it's a good time to clean when the moon's in Virgo. It's kind of just clearing things out, maybe clearing out the clutter. And it's in your 12th house. So this is kind of your hidden subconscious self, hidden area of life. So maybe if you have some maybe mental issues or subconscious issues, this is the perfect time to just maybe clear this out, become more aware of what's cluttered up in the back of your subconscious mind, or what you're receiving from your subconscious, any messages or whatever. The moon is reflecting and opposing all these planets in Pisces, so there's a balancing out of the mental side of life and your physical side of life. So there's something here that's okay, now I'm understanding how to find balance between my mentality, how to heal my mental side, and how to heal my physical external world and all that stuff. So that's something I could say there. Let's move on. Let's see. I believe it's, oh yeah, okay. So Saturn will be entering the sign of Pisces, entering your 6th whole sign house, starting a new 2.5 to 3 year transit. Okay, this is one of the big transits that are happening this month. This is just like starting a whole new chapter of what Saturn going through the signs or whatever. So what is Saturn? Let's talk about that. Saturn is about reality. Saturn's about authority. Saturn can be about, test. It could be about construction. It can be about building. It's about long-term energy, long-term goals, what you're putting into your long-term goals, like the energy you do on a time-consuming way, a day-to-day thing. Saturn is a slow-moving planet, but it does have positive aspects to it if you do the hard work. Yes, Saturn can be hard. It can be annoying. It can be like, okay, we get it. You want us to do these step-by-step things and work hard, all that stuff. But it's like there's a purpose to it. Once Saturn leaves a sign, he leaves you a gift of what area of life that Saturn was transiting in. So just maybe reflect on where area of life Saturn was in the past few years, because this is a whole new trend starting. Saturn entering Pisces, though, this is entering your 6th house. Let me just start with Saturn and Pisces. So Saturn and Pisces, let's see. Okay, so this is gonna be, really focusing on how to make things real in this like spiritual, unrealistic kind of area of life. So it's like how to make things real out of like, imaginary things, like, because Saturn, from our point of view on Earth, is like I should say in the traditional astrology, from our point of view, Saturn was the last planet that we can actually see with our naked eye. It was like the boundary of what we could see. We can't see anything past Saturn. So like Saturn is it still is the planet. Is the planet of what is accepted in reality and what isn't is accepted. So to say, I hope that makes sense. Just trying to give you a little more details of like what this could be. And it's in the sign of Pisces. Like I said, it's in the Jupiter ruled sign. This is going to be focusing on the more idealistic side, the more spiritual side. You're going to have more faith in this transit, but having Saturn entering your 6th whole sign house will really like change the way you work, change the way you take care of your physical health, the way you serve others, the way you serve yourself, the way you take care of pets, the way you deal with coworkers. That's another 6th house keyword. So it could be a little challenging dealing with this energy. You might have to adjust to it. You're gonna have to work extra hard. This is gonna have you put yourself, putting all of your energy into like the daily grind of what we need to do in order to, receive the goals or the, recognition or the process that we're trying to build towards. So this is going to be the theme over the next few years. So just be aware of what to look out for when it comes to work and when it comes to your physical, your wellness, honestly. It could also help you, heal any injuries, maybe, so to say. That's just something I could say. Let's see, just take care of any visible problems. That's what I can say about that. So the next thing happening is Venus entering your ruler, Venus entering the 8th house of Taurus. So Venus is not only your ruler, it is the other ruler of Taurus too. It's its other home sign. So, but it's your ruler in another positive, home sign. It's in its domicile. So this is like, it's gonna work your ruler to your sign. If it's in a house that it works good in, then it's gonna flow easier for you, so to say. If it's in a house that it doesn't work as good in, it could be very challenging. So just quick little note there. Venus entering the 8th house of Taurus. This is gonna have you attracting more intimate intimacy or become more deeply intimate with a partner or with someone else. The eighth house is about shared resources, about shared finances. Venus is about money. So this could be maybe attracting more money, money dealings, maybe inheriting more money from others. Let's see what else I can say about that. Let me see what I got in my notes. I think, yeah, I've said that. Okay, so, but yeah, Venus is also about desires. It's about sexuality or just sex, if you want to call it, just do that. This could create more of like appealing, sex appeal. It's in the eighth house. It's about very deep taboo topics, things that are kind of hidden, so you could have more deeply connected connections to a partner or to someone that you share like any resources or anything with. Venus will be moving over the North Node in Taurus, which is going to be amplifying all of these themes that I just mentioned. This is just like amplifying your desires to like really high, you know, like this is going to be like, you're going to want more of this. I'm telling you, because that's what the North Node is about. It's wherever the North Node is, it's the area of life that, you know, it does feel uncomfortable at times because it's the North Node and it's what we're heading into. But it's what we're hungry for. Like, so, and it's like Venus in the eighth, it's like, and it's in Taurus. So this is about stability. This is about comfort. You could say it's about pleasure or sex and all that stuff. So I'm just saying that's what I'm getting from this. And then Venus will eventually pass over Uranus, and this will like kind of like, you know, change things a bit in the way in the way you desire things. It'll create new possibilities, new connections with relationships or money, all that stuff. So let's see, the next thing happening is Mercury entering your seventh house of Aries, followed by the Sun, and then followed by this new moon happening. So we'll go step by step. We'll talk about Mercury and then the Sun and then the new moon. So Mercury entering your seventh whole sign house of Aries, this is going to shift your mind into, you know, socializing, you know, more with your relationships. It's in the sign of Aries. Mercury in Aries is very sharp in its communication. It's very quick in how it expresses itself. You know, having this, look at this. I mean, you're having like a huge stellium happening in your seventh whole sign house of Aries. So this is really focusing on other people or, you know, socializing with others or connecting with others or focusing on marriage or business contracts, all this stuff. This is happening for you. So, okay, there's something beginning, I should say. But, okay, Mercury entering, you know, Mercury in the seventh house, like I said, it's going to be a very socializing kind of way. It is opposing your first house. So this could be, you know, at times challenging. It could be also accepting at times because it's your polar opposite. Let's see what else. Like, I think that's about it. Maybe just supporting, you know, you might need to support your like other people by, you know, being more sociable with them. That's another thing I should say. But the Sun entering the sign of Aries, entering your seventh whole sign house of Aries, this is just going to put more energy. This is going to have you putting your vital energy towards, you know, other people. Like, this is going to be, you know, putting more time, like spending more time with other people, supporting other people, putting more energy into your marriage, into a partnership. Like if you are in a business or just a regular partnership that you have, you're gonna have to put a little bit more effort into this. But the Sun is entering its exalted sign of Aries. This is just going to create more life. This is going to create more spark into connecting with other people. It's going to be more exciting. It's going to be more energetic. You can have more adventures with other people. That's like something like I can say. But yeah, I mean, it's really just focusing on, like I said, supporting other people, putting your energy towards other people. Let's see what else. Yeah, just socializing with other people. I think I've said it all. I should mention before I end this. Yeah, it's also putting more emphasis or energy on your romantic relationship. So if you are in a romantic relationship or, you know, in a marriage or whatever, this will, you know, this will bring more energetic connections when you're if you're being romantic, would you have a romantic partner or something like that? So the new moon following that, the sun entering Aries, the new moon happening in your 7th whole sign house of Aries is just refreshing all of this. This is starting something new. It is the sign of Aries. This is something that's like becoming like birth. Like there's something birthing in this area of life for you. Like maybe there's a new relationship happening for you or starting for you. A new romantic relationship, new marriage, anything, business contracts. You can look out for any of these things. That's what I'm getting here. Let's see what else I can say. Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it all. So the next thing happening is Pluto entering your 5th whole sign house of Aquarius. This is another huge transit beginning. Pluto will eventually, retrograde back into Capricorn, then move in Aquarius, and then retrograde back into Capricorn. So I'll be doing this like back and forth thing over the next couple years. But what is Pluto? Pluto is about power. Pluto is about transformation. It's about, the psychological side of life. It's about the deeper hidden side of life as well. It's also about obsessions. Pluto can also represent corporations, governments, things that are very hidden that we don't see to the public. And it's entering your 5th whole sign house of your creative side, your romantic side. Let's see what else. Your playful side, the house that represents pleasures, the house that represents children, I should say. So you can actually maybe start thinking about having children as soon as Pluto, goes through this sign. And Pluto will be in this house, or this sign, I should say, for the next 20 years, guys. So even if you don't want children now, maybe in the next 20 years you'll eventually have children or something, or anything is possible. But yeah, this is going to be focusing on your creative expressions, maybe starting a new hobby. This could be about affairs. I'm just saying and it's Pluto, so I mean, that's possible. You could have affairs over the next 20 years. Just mentioning that. Let's see what else I could say. There could be drama. There can be, fun, lots of, adventures, like something like that. Things that are just enjoyable, more enjoyment. Entertainment, that's another fifth house things. But yeah, this is what could happen. What to look out for starting this month. The next thing happening is Mars entering your 10th whole sign house of Cancer. This is the other huge shift happening. This is the last transit I'm talking about. So Mars has been in Gemini for the past 7 to 8 months for you, doing its whole retrograde thing, going back and forth. It's entering new territory. It's entering a new sign. It's entering the sign of its fall, though. So that's the only, I would say, problem, or maybe challenging side, I should say. But it's entering your, let's just put that aside for now. Mars entering your 10th house will give you a lot more energy into, your career, what you're achieving in your career. It's going to put a lot more energy into, into taking care of your responsibilities, or the structure that you live by. Mars is about action, drive. It could be about severing, it could be about cutting, but it could also be about, survival instincts. So having all of this, having Mars in the sign of Cancer in your 10th whole sign house can feel more passive aggressive at times, because I mean that's kind of what Mars in Cancer can present. So, but let's see, you could cut more certain skills out that you don't want to do in your career. Maybe you want to do another career or something, or put more energy towards another skill. Yeah, I mean, that's really what I'm really getting for that. I mean, you're going to put a lot more energy into your public self, your public life, what you're doing on in the world, I should say. So that's about it. Overall, this month is mainly, about that continuation of doing the daily work, your routines, taking care of your physical health. And then once the planets get into your 7th house of Aries, it's going to be about focusing on other people, your relationships, all this stuff. So make the most of it, I guess. If you want more information, look at the description below, and I will see you in the next video.